What's going on, guys? So I've been fortunate enough to have quite a few vehicles in my life, and I always do aftermarket exhaust on them. So I have a good bit of experience with how different parts of the exhaust can actually change the sound. Doing a cat delete or a high flow, a muffler delete or a aftermarket muffler, doing true duals versus a single pipe. Things like this can have a dramatic difference that's unquestionable, right? Huge difference in sound decibel and the actual sound output that it does. Like, it'll sound completely different depending on what setup you go with, right? But the big debate in this video is, do exhaust tips actually make a difference at all? So I put huge 6 by 18 inch exhaust tips on here when I did true duals because I wanted the loudest, deepest echoing effect possible. And I figured, what the heck, that's got to be a huge exhaust tip, right? That should sound different than if I did like a 4-inch exhaust, right? It should, right? There's no question it should. So today we're actually going to find out whether or not that's true. I personally think that it's definitely going to be a difference. I think exhaust tips, they obviously look better, but I think they also finish the exhaust. They project that sound. There should be an echoing effect, especially on a big tip like this. I know on my old LBZ Duramax, I put a, what was it? I think a 7-inch exhaust tip on the 5-inch straight pipe. Unquestionably louder, deeper, more whistle. But we're gonna see on this truck, a loud gas truck, do exhaust tips actually matter? Does it sound better with or without them? Is it louder with or without them? How's the idle? All these different things. So I'm actually gonna cut my 6-inch exhaust tips off the truck after we get a bunch of exhaust clips, and then go get some more exhaust clips and put them side by side and see exactly what the difference is. I'm betting there's gonna be a big difference, but at the same time, I don't really know. So I could be shocked at the end. So let's go ahead and get the Sawzall and get to cutting. So I know cutting the big tips off is gonna make some people sad and some people happy. I wish I had done this when I had the true duals because it was so much louder then. It would have been a more dramatic difference, but it's still gonna be a big difference. So one last look, 6 by 18s. About to cut you babies off. Show the difference. Am I right or am I wrong? Let's find out. There she blows. It's kind of depressing, I'm not gonna lie. But let's go ahead and crank it up and get a direct side by side. Terribly sorry, guys. Did not mean to kick y'all out of the way. There she blows. No tip, gang. Just in case you didn't know how huge these things are, that's my foot. That's my fist. These things are humongous. So, yeah, we are officially tipless. Just flat under there, no tips hanging down. Kind of sad, kind of awesome. I'm ready to see how it sounds. I'm curious. I truly think it's gonna sound much quieter, but will it give it a pop? Will it give it a crackle? Will it sound better at certain, I don't know. I just know that tips do affect it. I'm gonna show y'all firsthand different tips making different sounds. Immediately hear the difference. 4-inch. That one might even be louder. To a 6-inch. Yo, listen to this thing. It actually sounds pretty freaking sick. So I honestly cannot believe that these did not have a bigger effect. If you just got done watching all those clips, it might have been louder without the exhaust tips on there. I'm totally shocked. I did not expect that. I genuinely thought these were gonna make a big difference and it was gonna be way, way quieter without these tips on there. But looking back at the footage, I mean, I filmed it the same day, same location, all on my iPhone. The tips seem to, I mean, they did give it a little bit different tone, a little different sound. It's a little more raspy and raw without the tips on there. So somehow these kind of refined it more. But they had the biggest effect at idle. But when you're like driving, as far as like exterior clips, it had a little different sound, but I think it was louder without these. Maybe that's just the way that the exhaust is up under the truck cut like it is. Maybe it's projecting. I don't know. I mean, I had these kind of tilted down at the ground. I thought they were echoing off the ground, but dude, I mean, listen, you could, it doesn't make sense that these do not have a difference. Maybe it's just this truck, because I know exhaust tips make a difference. But I guess maybe these big ones don't make as big of a difference as you would think. Maybe a smaller one that it, you know, it comes out of the pipe into an inch or two larger tip. Maybe that's what's more dramatic than when it comes into here and it's just, I don't know. I thought these would have a bigger difference for sure. I feel like the 4-inch was a little bit deeper and louder. Maybe these are just too big. Maybe all the haters were true. You shouldn't put tips this big on gas trucks. I did it because I genuinely thought it was going to give the biggest, deepest sound out of the 6.2, but looking back at it, I guess you really don't need these big exhaust tips. Maybe that's just my specific True Duals with the X-Pipe. Maybe if it was no crossover and it was clapping, maybe that would be bigger, have a bigger effect with a big tip. There's no telling. I mean, people do pinch tips to get more clap. They put pinch clips in these big tips to have more clap. Let me know if you were surprised by the outcome. I definitely was. New exhaust coming soon for the truck though, so be prepared for that. It's gonna be a fun one for sure. What to do with these though? Do I put these on something? Do I give them away? I don't really know. I think I might put them on Larry. Maybe we'll go get Larry's exhaust redone completely. It's got a little exhaust leak. Could do headers on Larry. High flow cats. Go get the exhaust redone, put these on Larry. Larry's exhaust tips are kind of rusty. I don't know. Y'all comment down below. Let me know. What should we do with the big boys? They're not going back on the Silverado. So with that being said, hopefully you did enjoy. Comment down below. Let me know. See you in the next one.